What's this? Oh, yes. So record labels apparently should help bail out small music venues that are struggling to survive during the pandemic, as advised the Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burham. Um, so, what do you think, Rich? Do you think that the record industry, the big boys, should help the little venues, or to say, well, you know, if we were in trouble, would they help them? And I would have thought the answer would be obviously no. So, I mean, venues over the years have all gone from heights to lows. I mean, I can think of a couple of clubs. There's that massive one in Manchester, wasn't there, back in the 80s, that was owned by New Order. Massive nightclub, everybody went, and now I think it's completely shut down because it didn't do it. It just stopped. And then there's
Right.
another one. What was that famous one that Chic did? That it's the number, isn't it?
Studio Studio 54. That's in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, and that went down as well, downhill, didn't it? That's not going now, is it?
No, no, that that shut in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
do you think record labels should help them out, or just say, well, it's just business, that's
Um
how it goes.
it would be nice if they could.
Mm,
I mean, do they have to? No, they don't have to. They don't do anything. They don't, and it's they've never done, they've never helped that sort of way anyway. But yeah, they could help people, but again, they're only going to help the most famous venues, the bigger venues, the little
mm,
venues.
mm,
No, they're not gonna do it.
no.
It would be nice if they would help, but no, I don't think they have to. um, I don't think they should, but it would be nice, to help the industry out. Um,
Mm,
yeah, a lot of venues um, are having to close, aren't they? Because of all this, and we're still not over it, and um, we just have to try and support local venues, and
mm.
you know, and help that way. But who's saying that? Who's saying that they should help?
It's saying that the Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burham, he said that basically the record labels should
Oh,
help
right.
help small venues, because obviously they make a lot of money.
Mm.
So it says, watch this, the BPI, which represents record labels, yeah. Oh, so the BPI, which represents record labels, said it had coordinated 1.67 million of donations to help artists and venues during the pandemic. So, yeah, I mean, the the problem is I found that looking at for myself is how the industry is going now. They are now obviously you can't do venues, so there's several ways. I was reading an article about it yesterday. So there's several ways they're going about it now. Is they're doing the record companies are now going to do these virtual shows, so people buy tickets instead, because obviously it's miles.
Hmm.
It's a lot more cheaper because they just film it once and then they can sell the rights to it all over the world. So there's that. Then the music now is going. Artists are making music on social media, i.e., TikTok. That a track goes on there, it blows up. The other one is the gaming industry. So lots of artists now. Marshmallow, I was reading a thing about that. He just went straight to the gaming industry, and obviously there's a massive game now, isn't there? That's called Fortnite, and you get your song put on these games, and obviously you get money for it, and they're just making a ton of money. And they're saying that's where it seems to be going at the
Uh,
moment.
yeah, the gaming stuff that's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Getting your music on games.
I
The
think it's.
TikTok thing
Mm.
is a little bit like winning the lottery.
Oh yes.
If your song does well on it, that's great, but
Mm.
I wouldn't count on it actually happening.
No, but I
Um,
think what they're doing is when they release a track, TikTok is 15 to 30 seconds. So what they're doing is the distribution companies or the record companies that are releasing a 15-second or a 30-second version of that song. So it's perfect for TikTok. And then obviously because they know, they have a lot more ideas how to get it out there, then it gets played more, a bit like Jason Derulo with that. And then the Weeknd had another massive one, didn't they, with Blinding Lights, where they're all doing that dance routine to that. And then obviously with the gaming, it has been around in the gaming, especially in Grand Theft Auto, but it seems to have gone even more now because, I mean, like you can now set up in Twitch. So Twitch now have you can have your music played on Twitch, and so gamers can have a playlist in the background playing while they're playing like Call of Duty, and your music could be on it. And then obviously somebody, whoa, what's this track? And next minute before you know it. So, it seems to be going down that route. So for smaller venues now, the smaller venues are really for grassroots bands who are starting from scratch, like George Ezra, when he went to, because he said to Bristol, and there was a pub in Bristol where they do open mic nights. And obviously he did open mic nights and then got found. So you're talking about bands like that, and like Coldplay, aren't they? They went to, certain pubs, didn't they, and venues, and then they got found like that. And that's what, those venues are for, is to get bands out. And they're also saying it's so difficult now for new bands to get going because they can't get seen anymore. Because they're competing, dreaming online against the big boys. Well, they're saying they haven't got a cat and mouse chance. Ain't got a cat and mouse chance. So it is important for the little venues to keep going. If they don't keep going in the future and they all fall on the wayside because the industry's changed, then I don't know how, without help from the bigger boys, big industry, how grassroots bands are ever going to get, new artists ever going to get found. I don't know at the moment how they're going to do that apart from streaming yourselves. So
I don't think it's not going to come a time where there's no such thing as a bar or a restaurant or a venue. I think venues will be venues aren't going anywhere. It's just the ones we have at the moment are collapsing. So, but they will, that building, that space, someone will buy it and another venue will pop up. So I don't think venues are going anywhere. It's just the ones we've got now are struggling to keep going. And obviously there's some venues that are, just like what's the one in Liverpool? The Cavern Club.
Yeah.
The owner at the moment of Cavern Club might have to sell it or, get rid of it. But that will not change. That won't change. It will always be the Cavern Club. That will always be a venue. So it just at the moment it just sucks for everyone, doesn't it? And obviously bands can't get out and gig. So obviously everyone gearing up for 2021 to release stuff and whatnot. That's not really going to happen till the end of the year. But no, as for the live streaming thing for bands, I don't agree with at all. I don't want it to go down that road because there's nothing beats live, being in the room, listening to live music. Played by real people, real musicians.
They're going to have to go down that route. They said they're going to have to make money. So to make a turnover, because it's at the moment they're going to have to.
For now, at the moment, yeah.
But when it comes back round,
but I mean, I won't do it. I won't buy anything online. It's just not the same, really.
No, as I said, I watched Pete Tong not so long ago. And I actually quite enjoyed it. It was all on the TV, all in full HD. And yes, it was very good. There's nothing like seeing a band live, and I'm sure people listening to the podcast will say it's just not the same, which it isn't, because it's not the same vibe. It's totally different. But for the time being, if I own a record company, I'd say, right, let's do streaming, because you need to make, at the end of the day, it's a business and you have to make money. So, and then obviously once it stops and they can, then yeah, people will go back, because at the moment all the big boys have got their gigs for September, October, November, December. They seem to move them. We've all crammed them in on that time.
Yeah.
So
It's what we don't want though is them to go, this is what we're sticking to. We make more money because we don't have to travel loads of people around the world. We're just to do a world tour now. We're gonna stream it. Nah, they can, you know.
I don't.
Once this is all over, they need to. The whole live streaming thing needs to be swept under the carpet.
We'll have to see, won't we? What happens?
You know. But you know, they're just
to do with money,
they're a bank, aren't they? They're yeah. So they they want to make money, and if they can make more money doing that, then they stick at it, which will be an absolute shame. But we just have to see. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. As I said, this is most affecting bands who want to start, who are just starting or have been going, and they just can't. You know, they're competing against streaming, and they can't be seen. So the best they can do is either stream themselves or try and get on as many playlists as they can to try and get their song noticed, so it ends up going, doing really well. Because they can't tour up and down the country, can they, promoting their track?
I know, man, but this is such it's just it's just a crap way of doing things. It's not, so basically it's not really, is the song a good song? It's, has it been played on TikTok 1,000 times? Or so it's just not, it's not about them, it's not about the music, man. That's what it's turned into. It's just a numbers game, isn't it? Really, that's all it is.
It is on streaming, yeah. Unless you've got big numbers, then you haven't got a else chance. You just can't compete with the bigger boys, and they are saying that the lower people haven't got a chance because they're just not going to get heard unless.
Well, no, because they haven't got the promotion behind it, have they?
They haven't got the promotion.
So again, it's again.
Yeah.
So you can have a great song, but they haven't got the promotion to get it out to then boost up the numbers for people to hear it. So it's just it's not a great industry to like. I remember I think my dad told me this, or someone told my dad, or it's a quote from somewhere. It's like, if you want to make money, don't become a musician. Like, there's plenty of other things you can do to make money. Then you really have to kind of be into the music for that. But
you do,
yeah. It's such a hard game to be in.
It is, yeah. As I know. So you just have to be at the right. You have to be at the right place at the right time, and the right person listen to it at the right time, and you need a lot of luck, and then yes, you could get signed up and you could be okay. But they were saying the other day there's 40,000 new songs uploaded every day. The competition is just huge. So you need a lot of luck, But I'm sure there's some people who've released a track and you thought, oh my god, and the next minute the track gets heard and they go, oh, and they're off. So
yeah,
we'll see. Right, so we'll move on. Now we've covered that point for about 20 minutes.